transform the way you give critical feedback with just one word. You know, you're the boss everybody hates. As a young manager, I was crushed when someone told me that. I was only 23, working in a book factory in downtown Brooklyn. We were making encyclopedias, remember those? And our job was to quality check these huge hardcover books and pack them in boxes. On the 12th floor of our building, in sweltering summer heat, with no air conditioning. This was no easy job, and I wasn't making it any easier. I was young and stupid, and all I cared about were how many books we could get done in a day. So when a line worker made a mistake, I let him have it. Only this time, he snapped back. His words cut deep. I stood there speechless. Now, contrast my actions with those of my boss at the time, Mark. Mark was awesome, always focused on the positive and looking for things to commend. But when I messed up, he had no problem letting me know that, too. The difference was, I always felt that Mark cared. He wanted our team to succeed, but he wanted me to succeed, too. So, how can we be more like Mark? How can we give feedback in a way that others see as attempts to help and not harm? Well, as the years went on, I learned that it all comes down to a single word. I needed to learn how to transform my feedback from critical to constructive. We've talked before about the need to be a diamond cutter. That is, when you're on the receiving end of criticism, you're able to take whatever feedback you get, even if it's raw and ugly like a diamond in the rough, cut it, polish it, and get the value out of it. Unfortunately, few people have learned that skill. Most people view critical feedback as a direct attack. But remember, we all need feedback to improve. So, how do you give feedback in a way that others view as helpful instead of harmful? How do you change from critical to constructive? Here's a process to help. First, praise regularly. People won't see you as someone who's trying to help until you've shown them that you appreciate them. So, when you see someone do something good, say something good. If you get in the habit of pointing out the good others are doing, they'll be more willing to listen when you point out areas for improvement. Second, give the other person a chance to speak. Before you give feedback that the other person may see as critical, ask them questions like, how do you feel about this situation, how you reacted, whatever other thing you're giving feedback on? What were your challenges? What was hard for you? What did you learn from the whole situation? Questions like these help you build empathy and connection. Next, acknowledge their feelings and empathize. Before you give any tips for improvement, share a struggle you've had in the past and how someone else's feedback helped you improve. Then, ask for permission to share something that can help them, too. Finally, thank the other person for listening. Don't be surprised at how far a simple thank you will go. In most cases, the person will thank you back. Learning to give emotionally intelligent feedback like this completely changes how others see you. You're not the clueless colleague or the boss who just doesn't get it. You're not the spouse or parent who's impossible to please. No, you're the one who cares. The one who's got their back. The one who wants to make them better. And there's nothing more constructive than that. Try this. To turn your feedback from critical to constructive, first, look for opportunities to commend. To build a habit, set a recurring appointment in your calendar and write down things you appreciate about your colleagues, your boss, or your family members. Then schedule a time to tell them those things. Next, when offering specific constructive feedback, remember to give the person a chance to express themselves, acknowledge their feelings and empathize, thank them for listening. Want to learn more emotional intelligence rules like this one? Check out our other videos or sign up for our free 10-day course, link in the description.